So this is guys, the Azure platform, which I have showed you, if you remember. Okay, so today, I wanted to, show you this Azure thing. This is, a storage account whose name is, 2nd Jan. And today I wanted to, show you how we can, use this, Azure account and how can we, what are the services available here. So those things, I want to, discuss. Okay. So let's suppose, guys, this is something called as, Azure, data factory. Okay. So let me just, guys, delete this, I want to, show you from the, beginning. So let me, guys, first, create a pipeline. Okay. So this is, guys, Azure data factory. So what is Azure data factory? Anyone remember what is ADF, guys? What is ADF? Azure data factory. What is that? It is a tool, guys. Why? To load the data from where? From source to target. Do you remember that? It is a ETL, cloud-based ETL automation tool. Do you guys agree with me? What about
Yes.
Nagarjuna and Prashant? It is a ETL automation tool. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? Yeah, hi Kirti. So no. So this is guys ETL tool which is cloud-based. Yes or no, guys? And this name is what? Azure Data Factory. What kind of application it is? Can someone answer, Kirti? What kind of application this is? ADF.
Cloud-based?
Cloud based. This is platform. I told three kinds of application. What are that? PaaS.
This is
Platform.
PaaS,
Yeah,
platform as a
platform
service.
as a service, because this is a Azure platform. Software. There is something called as Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Lake. Azure Data Bricks. So all these are platform based softwares. So we have learned ETL tool. Do you know any ETL tool? Have you heard about any ETL tool name? Can you tell me any ETL tool name? In
Informatica.
ETL testing. Yeah. Do you remember, guys,
Informatica,
any
I know.
ETL tool? Yeah, Informatica is a ETL tool, okay, which we have used. Then SSIS, SQL
SSIS.
Server Integration Services. Then, guys, what is the other ETL tool? Talent is a
Tradition.
ETL tool. So no, guys. Uh,
Data
and then, guys,
stage.
uh,
Data stage is also one
yeah,
of it.
IBM Data Stage. Yes, IBM Data Stage is a um uh, ETL tool. So these are what, guys, but these are not cloud-based ETL tool. Okay, so we are talking about what, guys? Cloud-based ETL tool. Okay, so for cloud-based ETL tool, what we are as of now we are learning is what, Azure Data Factory. Okay, so this is under Azure platform. So this is what we are going to learn. So in traditional on-premises this kind of ETL tool, we were creating something called as what, guys? A workflow. Not we were not creating, there is a ETL, developers. They were creating something called as workflow, and we were, running the workflow, and after running the workflow, we were, checking the what, guys? Checking the data has been, data has been loaded to load it to the target. Yes or no, guys? Do you remember this much? In this ETL tool, what we were doing is that we are running the pipeline, checking the logs, checking the data has been loaded, into the target. So these are the things we are doing in the our ETL tool. Now this is guys our on-premises ETL tool. Today I'm going to discuss, guys, cloud-based ETL tool. In that we are taking Azure platform. In the Azure platform, we are going to discuss on the guys, Azure Data Factory. Is it fine? Yes or no, guys? So this is, guys, Azure
Yeah.
Data, Factory, So here you will go to, portal.azure.com. Here, this is, are you able to see this portal.azure.com? This, if you want to, guys, use, Azure platform, you have to go to this particular, website always. And here you can search your, whatever your, whether it is a storage account, whether it is a Databricks, whether it is any, resource group, whether it is any data factory. So let's suppose I go to a data factory. So here we can, guys, create our own data factory, which I will show you guys in the later classes. As of now, one data factory I have, created. So I'm
What's
going
the
to
purpose of this data factory?
data factory is a ETL tool, cloud-based is ETL tool. Now this will, load the data from source to target. Okay. So here we will, there are two kinds of engineer. One is, data engineer. Have you heard about that? So data engineer, what they will do? They will, design what, guys? Design the, they will, design the, pipeline. That means they will, create the pipeline. Okay. Then what they will define? Source. They will define the target. Okay. They will also create the trigger. I will show you all these things as a part of, a tester. We should know, what the developers are doing. They'll create the trigger. And then finally, guys, running the pipeline. This can be done by whom? This can be done by both. Anyone, any test engineer can, run the pipeline, or a developer can run the pipeline. After running the pipeline, we will go to the monitor section. In the monitor section, we'll, check the status of the pipeline, which we have, or which we have, run. And then, guys, the data will be, loaded from where? From the source to the target. Till here, guys, you have any doubt or whatever I have told? Azure Data Factory is a cloud-based ETL tool for Azure platform. For AWS, there is something called as AWS Glue, which will be, once I will, compare this, Azure with the AWS, there's something called as AWS Glue. That is again a cloud-based ETL tool, but it is in AWS platform. Now let us just focus on Azure platform. So for Azure platform, there is Azure Data Factory, which is a cloud-based ETL tool, and it will be used to load the data from source to target. Any doubt, guys? Still here? Till this much? What about Kirti, Nagarjuna, Prashant, Raj? Are you clear? These things.
Yes.
So this is, guys, or this is how this, ADF is, looking. Okay. And this is, we can create, guys, our own data factory. So we have to just click on, create data factory, and then we have to create a resource group here. So I have already created. So I don't want to, create, because for every resource group, they charge. So in the last one, I will take the lectures of cloud. I will create these things, and, you have to, you can create a resource group. You can give a, name. Let's suppose, I give a name, 13th of, February resource group. So under resource group, all the, services will be available. And then you can give a name of your, guys, data factory. Let's suppose the name I'm giving is, data factory. And let me just, create only data factory. And then you can give, 13th and Feb. Something you can give the name which can be, understood. And then you can just, guys, click on review and create. So this is simply a data factory which will be created. And this will be, utilized to, create a ETL tool, and then, guys, and creating the source target, and then loading the data from source to target. So this is a very, simple steps. There's not, much complications involved in creating a data factory. So this is how the data factory is created. So now you will get a message, deployment is successful. Go to the resource. So this is, guys, data factory will be created, and this is how, guys, is this, this data factory will look. Okay. So now in this data factory, guys, this is your, data factory, which we have, created. So now this data factory, I have, already few data factory already, created. So here, this is the data factory which is created today, but I already had a data factory which is created, which I will take as a reference. As of now, we have created this data factory. You can click on this launch studio. And once you have a new data factory, you will be, moving to this particular, this particular page. This is, data factory which is created today, data factory 13th, Feb. And this is, guys, home button. This is, author button, which is called, guys, the factory resource. This is called the pipeline, something like, workflow. And here in the workflow, guys, you can create your own, pipeline. This will be done by the data engineers. We don't, create the pipeline. But I will, create a pipeline to, make you completely, understand what is happening. This is, guys, monitor section where we check the pipeline, what we have run, what is the status, is the, workflow successful, unsuccessful, and if it is unsuccessful, so what is the, reasons, those things we can, analyze here. So these three things, guys, we generally, use. And then this is, managing any linked services, which I will, tell you. This is a learning center. If you want to, learn anything, you can go to here. So let me just go my, guys, data factory. If I have to go to the old, data factory. So whatever data factory, there will a lot of data factories, lot of Azure data factory which will be created. So you can go here, guys, and always you can go to the home button if you want to search anything, and go to the data factory. And this is, let's suppose, my January batch data factory. So I can go here and I can open this. Okay, this is the similarly you have to click on this launch studio. And then once you go click on this launch studio, you will be having this, guys, this something called as, you will go to the page, the main page where you can, create the pipeline. So till here, guys, are you clear how to create how to create a data factory and how to launch to the, main page of the data factory? Are you clear? Any doubt here? What about Kirti, Nagarjuna, Prashant, Raj? What do you think?
It's clear.
So now, guys, this is called something called as pipeline, and this is something like workflow in Informatica. If I want to create a pipeline, you can see here, there are three dots. You can just click on here, and you can click on new pipeline. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So this will look like this, guys. This is the pipeline page, and this pipeline is having the activity. Let's suppose I want to move the data from source to target. So I can take this activity and drag it here. Okay. So these jobs are done by data engineers, but we should also understand what the data engineers are doing. So this is, guys, activity copy data from source to target. So now we this is, guys, the source. This is the target sync. The if I go to source, guys, I have to click on new as soon as I click on source data set, I get yesterday I told there are so many services provided by Azure. So these are the services, guys. You see Amazon RDS for Oracle, and Amazon RDS for SQL Server, Amazon Redshift, Amazon S3, Amazon S3 compatible, Apache Impala, Azure Below Storage, then Azure Cosmos DB for Mongo, and then Azure Data Lake storage for Gen 2. So this is, guys, Data Lake storage Gen 2 is something, where we will, store our files. So below storage and Gen 2, the difference is only, here we will have the hierarchy. So when we create a, data storage, so at that time, if we check a checkbox, again, I'll show you this thing also. So when we'll check a checkbox called as enable, hierarchy, so then it becomes what? Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. So you can create a subfolder in Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, which you cannot create in VLOB storage. So if I click on here, and I click on, guys, continue. So they tell me, if you want to take the data from Gen 2, so what is the type of file format you're looking? Is it a Avro file format or a delimited, file format, or Excel file format or binary file format or JSON file format, ORC file format, XML or Parquet file format? So for big data, mainly we will use which kind of file format generally, guys, every Parquet, generally we take. Sometimes we take, CSV file format. Let's suppose I am taking a CSV file format, and I click on this, continue. Till here, guys, are you clear with the steps? Any, confusion? What do you think, Kirti?
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
it's
guys,
clear.
yeah, if you have, guys, any doubts, please, feel free and,
So the sources can be only cloud-based.
yeah, whatever services it is providing. These are the Azure, services it is providing, only cloud-based services, whatever it is the providing. Let's suppose Snowflake can be a source. There can be SQL Server as a source, SFTP as a source, SAP HANA as a source. So whatever services it will provide, that only can be the source. It cannot be apart from the services it is providing. Okay, so cloud-based services, whatever it is providing, which will be available in this list, that only can be taken as the source. So let's suppose
So it cannot connect to on-premises or
No, 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 no. That is not, possible. You have, this is cloud-based Oracle is there and Oracle is there, but you don't have the, privileges to create, to connect to a complete, on-premises things. It is only, cloud-based services. What it is, whichever is present in this particular list, we cannot, go and, connect to a particular, cloud-based, this software, and then, we can export that data. That is not enabled. Whatever services are here provided, that we can only take. So let's suppose I take, guys, Azure Data Lake storage Gen 2. and I click on this continue button, and I'm selecting this, CSV file format, and then I'm clicking on this continue. So then it tells guys, set the properties. Okay, so this is very important. So first step is what we are trying to take the source. See, ultimately, what is ETL testing, guys? Tell me. There is something called as source, and then what will happen? There will be ETL, extract, transform, and load, and then there will be target. Do you guys agree with me? Yes or no? Now we are, selecting a source, which is guys, CSV file format. And then what we will do, guys, we'll use ETL tool. What is our ETL tool? Can someone tell me what is our ETL tool? Azure Data Factory. So now, guys, and then there will be, guys, target. So we are selecting a source, guys, which is CSV file format. So we will have to, give the first, to create the source, we have to create a data set. Okay. And then we have to create a linked services for the, source. This is everything we will do for source. Okay. For source, we will create the data set. We'll create the linked services. Similarly, we'll do for the target. What are the things we'll create? We'll create the data set. We'll create the linked services. So that is our plan. Okay. What are the things we are going to do? Okay. And after creating this data set, linked services, all those things, what we'll do? We can, create a trigger. Okay. And then what we'll do, guys, we will, validate our, whatever, things we have done, and we can, publish these things. And after publishing, we will, run the pipeline. So that is what is our, aim. And after running the pipeline, what should happen? Data from where, guys? Data from source should be loaded where? Should be loaded to what? Should be loaded to target. Do you guys agree with me? What is target called in, cloud-based, testing? Target is called as what?
Sync.
Yes or no, guys? So this is our plan, guys. Are you clear with the plan? What I am trying to do? What do you think, guys? Are you clear with the plan? Yeah, Prashant, are you clear? Kirti, yeah, Nagarjuna, what do you think? Are you guys, clear with the plan? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So, yeah, so let us just, try to, do that plan, guys. We are taking the source and we are trying to, give the, we are trying to, set the properties. Any name you can give for the properties, let's suppose I am leaving it as, delimiter 3. If you want, you can, change the name for any name. Let's suppose I can give, 13th of, Feb. Any name you can give if you don't want to change. Generally, people don't, change, but I have, changed. Then you have to create a linked services. Linked service is something, to make a connection, we have to mandatorily create a linked service. So nothing, just you click on this, new. And as soon as you click on this, new linked services, you will get the name that Azure Data Lake Storage 3. This is the name of your, linked services. Okay. If you want to change, you can change, else you can leave it, whatever the name is there. I'm just, leaving whatever my name is there. And then, guys, here you have to select the subscription. So we are using the free subscription, which is Azure subscription 1. And the storage account name, guys, if you have created any, storage account, you can just, tell this is my storage account, which is created. Let's suppose my storage account name is, storage, 22nd Jan. So you can just, see also the storage account. Here is the, if you want to see the storage account, you can go to the home page. And here you can go to the storage account, guys. This I have, already, created. If I will get time, guys. I'll create one more storage account, but everything is, chargeable as of now. Just you have to click on this create, and then you guys give some details, and then review and create. One storage account gets created. As of now, whatever the storage account is there, I'm just showing you in that.
The purpose of the storage account?
Storage account where the files will be stored. Let's suppose you get a file, okay, from SFTP location or any, any files which is coming in the cloud platform from the, from location 1, it is going to location 2. So the files will be stored in the storage account that is called as Azure Data Lake, Azure Belob, Azure Belob Gen 2. So all these things are nothing but the storage account only. Storage account is a place where we will keep our files and folders. So this is, guys, storage account, let's suppose, storage account 22nd, Jan, this is a storage account which is created. So this is storage account, guys, we will go to this, this is written, blob storage. Blob is binary large object. So this is what, guys, storage means, you will store your files and folders in simple way. Okay. So blob and ADLS, Gen 2, the difference is only that in blob, we cannot have the hierarchy. Then you cannot have a subfolder there, but in Gen 2, You can have the subfolder there. While creating the storage account, if we select a checkbox called as enable hierarchy, which I will show you guys, then it becomes a, ADLS Gen 2, where we can have a subfolders. But in below, storage account, we cannot have, subfolders. So this is guys a storage account. In this storage account, you have to go to this option called as, data storage. So this is the data storage, option. In that you have to go to something called as container. Okay. So container is like a folder. So here we will, store our, files. So there is something called as container 22nd Jan. I will when I will teach you metal in architecture. That time I will tell you bronze, silver, gold layer. So as of now, don't worry about those things. We have just created a storage account. Okay, in that we are going to data storage container, and we have to create a container. But we have already created a container. The container name is 22nd Jan, and here guys let me just keep a file. So here I have created two folder, one is source and one is target, and let's suppose this is a file which is already there in the source. Let me just change the name of this particular file to make it more clear. So I'm just giving emp 3, so that the name get changed, and dot csv file format. So this is the name, this is a fresh file which is kept in this storage account. And this storage account, we have a container whose name is container 22nd Jan. And this is my source folder where there's one file which is emp3.csv. In this container, one more folder, we can, create. This is called as add directory. You can create, any number of, folders if you want. Let's suppose I create a test folder. So I can just, create a test folder also. So as of now, we have a, target folder. In this target folder, we don't have, you have emp CSV, emp2 CSV, but we don't have the file which is present in the, source now, which is, which is emp 3.csv, and the target is we want to push this file from the source to the target, and for that we will create a pipeline, and we will try to run the pipeline and see that the data is loaded from the source to the target. So that is what is today's agenda, to understand what is the data engineers doing and how they are creating the ADFs and pipelines, and how they are running the triggers, and how they are loading the data from source to target from different services. So that is what we are going to guys understand. So here, if I go to guys, this let me just come back to linked services. I was creating this linked services. So the storage account name was storage 22 Jan. If you remember, this is the name of the storage account. Storage 22nd Jan. This is the storage account name, and this is the container name, container 22nd Jan. So here, that is what I have specified here, storage 22nd Jan. And then I'm clicking on this guys, this create, and this is the linked service name. Remember the name Azure Data Lake Storage 3. And then guys, you just click on this create. So now what will happen? Our linked services will be created. So successfully created this linked services, and after creating linked services, what we have to do is that we have to select the path of the file, which file you want to transfer from source to target. For selecting that folder and file, we have to specify which is the folder, which is the file here. So we have to browse, and after browsing guys, it will go to that particular storage account where your files are kept. So let us go to that particular storage account. The storage account will have this container whose name is container 22nd of Jan. And in that guys, we have one folder called as source. In that source guys, we have one more one file whose name is emp3.csv, and we'll click on OK guys. Okay, so this means what? We have set the file path, and we have the linked services, and then everything is done. Okay, fine. Now click on OK. So now your source is okay. Okay, we have created a source data set. We have created a linked services, and we have specified the path from the storage account, the container, and the particular file. So my source thing is done. Now let us go to guys, target. So target is nothing but this thing. So go to this thing guys. Now what is the next step? For target, again we will create a data set. Again we will create a linked services, and we will specify the folder path, and then our target will be created. So let us do one by one. So go to this sync and just click on this new button, and then guys, select your target. What is your target? So as of now, you have taken the same only Azure Data Lake, Gen 2, and then I'm clicking on this continue button, and the file format is CSV. Click on this continue button, and then create a linked services. So for creating a linked services, you have to click on new, and then you have to you will be navigated to this new link service page, and here you have to select the subscription. The subscription is the same subscription. The storage account name, you have to take the whatever the storage account name. Our storage account name is storage 22nd Jan. Just select this storage account, and then guys click on create. And once you click on create, you have to set the properties. Without setting the properties, we cannot do it. So you have to select the folder. So the folder will be this is the container. Here I want to let's suppose I want to transfer. So I will select this target folder, and this is the target folder. I will not select the file because this is the folder where I want to push the source files, and then I'll click on OK. So this is guys, source and target, all these things is done. So now let me just, click on create a, trigger. So add trigger, and then you can click on guys, trigger now, and then you can just now, and then so let me just, guys, create a trigger. So let me just see there's some, error coming. Let me just, first create. I was clicking on trigger now. We don't have to, we cannot, trigger the trigger without creating it. So first we have to create it. So by mistake, I clicked on, trigger now. We have to click on this guys in new. Just create a trigger. Then, you can just, run it. You cannot just, run the trigger first. First we create a trigger. So this is the option, guys. Let me just explain you once again. Click on add trigger and click on guys, not this first option. Always go to the second option. First we need to create the trigger. So click on new, and then guys, here you in this checkbox, just click on this new button. Okay, and then guys, if you want to change any name, you can just change it. But as of now, I have just left trigger 2, and then I'm clicking on OK. And then guys, this trigger will be created. And then if you have any mistakes and all, to check that mistakes, whatever mistakes you have got or you have not got, you always click on this validate button, guys. Once you click on the validate button, you will get any error if there's some mistakes. I don't have any mistakes, so I'm getting your pipeline has been validated. That means there's no error. So since there is no error, the last step will be what, guys? Publish all. Publish all is something. No, now you are pushing the code. So now let us just click on this publish all. So this tells this pipeline name is pipeline 2. Okay, this is my pipeline name. Very good. This is my data source. Sets. This source data set, this target data set, and this is my trigger. Trigger name is trigger 2. So everything is on track. Now click on this publish. Let us just click on publish. So this will, deploy the changes to the ADF, means this will, save the changes, deploy the changes, and it will, pushing the changes what we have done, and then it will tell publishing complete. That means now your, pipeline is, is okay. Now you can trigger your pipeline. Now what will happen if I trigger my pipeline? What do you think, Kirti? What will happen if I trigger my pipeline? Guys, any, guess what will happen if I trigger?
Data gets synced to sync.
Yeah, data will be moved from source to target. Can we tell like this, guys? Yes or no? So if you click on trigger now, click on OK. So now, guys, we will go to the monitor section. Okay, so this is called as monitor section, and here it will show your pipeline is running in status. What is that? It is queued, or it is what is happening to your pipeline. If you are running a pipeline number 2, what is happening? Is it failed? Is passed? So this is showing something called as queued. That means queued means it is is still in progress. And if it is failed, guys, you can see how many times it has failed, how many times it is succeeded. All the pipeline details are always there present here. In case it fails or passes or anything, we can just go to the logs, and here there's something called as logs, which I'll show you. So you can see the error in case if there is any failure and all this kind of errors. As a tester, we need to give it to the developer and try to understand. So now my pipeline is, guys, ran successful. You can just click here. Yeah, so this is, guys, succeeded. Can you see this one? Yes or no? So my pipeline has guys ran successful. This is called as, guys, details. If you want to see, you can just click on this details. So Azure, Data Lake Gen 2 succeeded, Azure Data Lake Gen 2. And this is, guys, this is the, this is a log, something, where the succeed message can be seen, and we can tell that the data has been, the pipeline has been run successful. And we can go to the storage account, and we can go to this guy's container, and we can go to the target folder, and we can see that the data has been loaded from source to target or not. Yes, it is loaded. enp3.csv has been loaded from source to target. And after that, guys, our actual job starts. That is nothing but the validation part. These things will not be done by us, but guys, I am trying to make you analyze what a data engineer is doing, and then we will see what test engineers are doing as a part of the testing. That will be a separate lecture I will take to how to validate the data from on-premises to cloud or from cloud to cloud. This is the part of the work which I have shown as a data engineer, what they do, how to create the pipeline, how to create the data set, link services, and creating the trigger and running the trigger, and then seeing that the data has been loaded or not. Till here, you guys, did you got some clarity? Yes or no?
Yes. So, Vikram, here I have a query like while testing purpose, we are checking like the pipelines are there or not when we are logging into this Azure platform and all. How the things are happening in the real-time scenario for the testing
Real time,
purpose.
this is, this is, this part, what I taught, this is done by whom? Data engineer. Okay. Data
Data
engineer
engineer.
did, he has done his part. Now he will give it to, let's suppose, test engineer, he will give it to, let's suppose he's given to Kirti, and say he told, validate, validate the, data for the, source and target, which is, created, okay, which is, created. Okay,
Yes.
and he will give the, ADF name, the, the ADF, whatever he has, created. Let's suppose my, ADF, and in that he will tell the pipeline which is created. The pipeline name is pipeline 2. Okay. And so this is, pipeline, number 2, and this is the pipeline name and the ADF name, whatever our ADF name is there. That also he will, give what is our ADF name. So let's suppose our ADF name is this one, ADF, 22nd Jan. This is the ADF created. So now you can, this is the ADF which is created, whose name is, ADF. ADF 22nd January. In that, the pipeline is, pipeline name is pipeline 2. Now you can, validate the data from source to target. So this work will be done by developers. Then we come into actions. So that is nothing but the test engineer. Now we have to, validate the data and do the entire testing. So we will, start creating our first the scenarios. So what are the scenarios we will create? First, we'll, validate the pipeline is run successfully. Yes or no, guys? First thing, we see the pipeline is done successfully, and if it is done successfully, then only data will be loaded. But this is very basic, step. But next thing is what, guys? Validate the, data between, source and target. Yes, no, guys. This is the, thing. So in this validation of the source and target, we can do the, ETL testing, checks. What are the ETL testing checks? So anyone remembers what are the ETL testing checks we do while checking the data from source to target? Can someone tell
Count,
me?
count check.
First is, guys, what? Schema check,
First
yes
we
or no? First is what, guys? Schema check. The schema, that means the column name, data type, and data type length, yes or no? Next is what? Next validation, count check. Yes, very correct. Count check. Someone tell
count
count check.
validation,
Data check,
Data check, then
Data validation.
transfer
data check, then
audit,
Duplicate
audit,
check.
duplicate,
audit check, duplicates, nulls,
it's
duplicate check, null check, then audit
Negative
column
not
check,
scenario
null
check.
check.
audit column check, then
Negative scenario check.
no, yeah, we'll tell it as negative scenarios, then transformation, validation, then any more check, initial and incremental load. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
If it is required, initial and incremental load, checks we can do. If required, SCD validations we can do. Yes or no, guys? If required, we'll also do, guys, something called as integrity validation. Do you remember that one? Integrity validation. What is that integrity validation? Anyone knows? What is referential integrity constraint? What is, anyone, anyone has heard about these things?
Yeah, primary key and foreign key.
Yeah, primary key and foreign key relationships, guys. Yes or no? Foreign key relationship we need to check. Yes or no, guys? So all these are, these are the validation when we, check the data from source to target. So all this, be it be schema check, count check, data check, duplicate check, null check, audit column check, negative scenario transformation, integrity, validation, SCD checks. So all these checks we do as a part of the validation. So this is, guys, this checks we have done using, manually, let's suppose I want to, validate, in manual ETL testing, we write, description of the source and target and count for count queries for data. We write, guys, minus queries, and these are the, ways to do the validations, data check, using, set operators, using minus. How we do data check, guys? Do you remember between source and target? Source and target. How we do data check?
minus square.
One is, guys, set operator. Yes or no? Set operator is what, guys? We are putting the, minus between, source minus target, target minus source, and put a union all between them. This is one way. Next.
Left join.
Yeah, join. Joins, guys. Yes or no?
Yes.
And guys, last one is what, guys? Export them into what, guys? Excel, and do what, guys? Excel to Excel validation using what, guys? VLOOKUP.
Formula.
Yes or no? Excel to Excel using VLOOKUP. These are, guys, manual, validations what we, do as a part of ETL tester. Okay, these are the things we do. Okay. So now what, as an ETL automation tester, what we do, so that is what we is our, thing, guys, I will again, deal with these things. As of now, I'm just, showing you what a ETL tester does. Okay. So first, for a ETL tester, guys, if he wants to validate from Databricks, he has to, guys, specifically, tell what is your configuration. First, we have to tell, guys, setting up the configuration. What is your account name? Okay, ADLS account name. So the ADLS account name is, let's suppose, storage 22nd Jan. This is your container name. And then, guys, you have to specify the key. Key, I will show you guys how to get this key. And then, guys, you have to set the configuration using this command called as spark.config.set. And then, guys, this is called formatted string. I mean, again, I will teach you formatted string in Python, which is used to, give a string in between a string. Again, I will teach you all those things. As of now, guys, this is some command to, enter some text. So here, this is the, this is a fixed syntax for cloud platform, fs.azure.account.authorization type. This tells that which kind of authorization type you want to take, and then what is the, account name. So account name we have already, told it is storage, 22nd Jan. And then this is to connect to the cloud environment, guys. This is very much, important. dfs.code.windows.net. This tells that you are going to connect to the cloud, environment. And then this is, guys, shared key. That means the authorization type. What we are going to take is the shared key we are going to take. And here, guys, the next configuration set is the where the we will pass this key. So what we will do is that fs.azure.account key. This is a fixed syntax what we have to give, and we have to give dot, and this is in curly braces, which I will, again explain you when I will, teach you formatted string. So this takes as a, variable whatever the, storage account name is there, and this is, guys, the URL to connect to the, cloud platform, and the key whatever the key we are, actually we are giving that to particular key we have to pass. This is called, guys, called as setting up the configuration. Once we have set this configuration, this is step one, guys. First, we have to set the configuration. Without setting the configuration, you cannot use your data lake storage files. Next, once you have set the, the configuration, then you set the paths. So for setting the path, there is again a fixed, syntax where we will use, guys, abfss. Okay. And then, guys, double slash, and here we give the container name at the rate, account name, and then again dfs.code.window.net and the source folder and the file, whatever the source folder is there and whatever the file is there. Again, abfss. This is the, guys, fixed syntax abfs, and then this is the container name, and then this is at the rate, guys, account name, dfs.code.window, and the target folder name and the target file name. Okay. So this, guys, fss, this, Azure below file system secured, we have to, guys, mandatorily give and colon and then double slash. So this we have to, give this one, for Azure Below File System Secure. Okay, this is this ABFSS. This is very important. Azure Below File System Secure. So now, guys, once you have set up the path, then you create a data frame. I will again, guys, again teach you data frame in PySpark. As of now, this is like a table. So once you write this, particular format, spark.read.format. This is, let's suppose, this CSV format. Options we give, if we want to see the schema, this is we have to give infer schema equals to true and header equals to true and load this particular path, whatever path we have, defined for source. So this is a source table we have created. Data frame is like a table. This is, source data frame. And then this is similarly, guys, we have created a target data frame, spark.read.format option, and this, all these things I will teach you again. As of now, this is our target, table we have created, but it is actually a data frame which will have rows and columns similar to guys table. And then, guys, I am just taking, source minus target, target minus source. I am using this as something called as except all. So DFS is the source data frame except all target data frame dot show, and target data frame except all show source data frame and dot show. So this is the differences what we are getting, from the source and the target. If we would have not used Python and PySpark code, we had to export it into Excel and we would have to do the validation, but it will have the limitations for the validation. So that's why we go for, automation. And also, guys, I think, in my, when I was taking the demo session, those who have attended, I showed you guys, how to connect to the cloud platform. And then, guys, you can define a method. I will teach, guys, all these things. You can give the storage name, container name, key, and you can set up the configuration. This is how, Python we write def as a, method. Again, I'll teach you all these things. Don't worry about these things. And this will return the, account name and container name. And then this is, method I have written to take the input as Spark, and whatever the ADLS, configurations are there, configuration I have already, defined. And then, guys, this is a method for the, reading of the source data frame. This is the method for reading of the target data frame. And this is what, guys, comparing the source and target data using, except all. And this is the differences. We are not having any difference. So we are getting. So there are two ways to validate. One is from, guys, on premises, we connected to the cloud platform, and then we have validated. And one is, guys, from the cloud platform, we have written the code and we have validated. And also we have understood, guys, what is the data engineer doing. Are you getting, Kirti, some understanding what is happening here? Yes or no? What do you think,
Yes.
Prashant? Don't worry about the codes, guys. We will go in depth. As of now, I have given you a picture what is happening in cloud, guys. Why I, initiated with the cloud, so that you understand, guys, anywhere you will go now, guys, this is not, not restricted to, guys, taking a file and comparing a database to database to file, file to file, DB to DB. All these validations are not in, high demand. The high demand pictures are in the cloud-based platforms. They will tell, what is your source, what is your target, what do you know in cloud, what is Databricks, what is data factory, what is data lake. So all these things you have to explain, guys. Data lake is a file system, where a storage thing where we will store our files. Data factory, Azure data, I know Azure data factory, Azure data lake, and Azure data bricks. Azure data lake is a place where the source files are kept, and Azure data factory is a ETL tool via which we can run the pipeline and see the data is loaded from source to target. Azure data brick is a platform where we are writing our validation codes and validating the source and the target. So here we are setting up the configuration, setting up the path, creating the data frames for source and target, and validating the data. So like that, guys, you can explain your ADF thing also, your Databricks thing also, your storage account knowledge also. And then, guys, you also know what is the data engineer does. If in case, he'd ask, have you done any development in your life, then you can tell, yes, I've done development. I've developed one end-to-end, source to target. I have created a source. I've created a data set. I've created a linked services for the source. And my source was, guys, a file which was kept in, Gen 2, Azure Below Gen 2. And I have created a sink, which is the target, where I have created the data set, linked services. Then after creating this, target data set and linked services, then I have created a trigger. And after creating all these things, then I have validated the things what I have, made as a part of the pipeline. I have created a pipeline. In that, pipeline, if you see here, where is my pipeline? Yeah, I have created a pipeline in the Azure Data Factory. In the pipeline, I have used this activity called as move and transfer. In this move and transfer, there's an option called as source. So in this source, first I have created a data set, and then I created a linked services. I've selected the source, then I went to sync, and then I created a data set, created a linked services, selected the folder of the target, and then guys, I have created a trigger. And once I have created the trigger, then I have run the trigger, and once I have run the trigger, I went into the monitor section, and then I saw the status of the pipeline which are run, and is it successful or not. And if it is successful, what is the status? If it's not successful, what is the status? If it's failing, what is the status? If it's not failing, what is the status, guys? So this is, guys, you can just explain the source and the target, guys, and the development part also I know, and testing also know. I know majorly I have worked in testing only, but I know, guys, development part also. I can create a data set, I can create a link services, I can create a trigger, I can run the trigger, and everything I can do at my own. Yes or no, guys? Are you getting some understanding? Yeah, tell me, guys. Did you got some understanding? What is the data engineer doing? What is the data tester doing? And how we are doing the validations, guys? Yes or no? What about,
Yes.
Kirti and Nagarjuna and everyone? Guys, tell me. Can you guys,
Yes,
create
Vikram.
a pipeline at your own? Yes or no? After going through my, lecture? Yes or no? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes or no, guys? Can you create a, trigger or not? Yes or no? Can you create a trigger? Can you create a, a pipeline? Can you create a data set? Can you create a linked services? And then, guys, you can just, run the pipeline, and then, guys, you let me know. Validation part, guys, I will again tell you. Can you do this much, guys? Yes or no?
Do
First,
you have
Yes,
guys,
any
yes.
notes?
uh, notes I have, guys, for cloud-based, I have, proper notes. So where I will, share you the screenshots and everything. But yeah, I have the complete, guys, notes. And then, for cloud-based testing, I have the complete, note, whatever we are doing, ADF, whatever we are, doing, and how we are, doing, I have the my notes. I will, share you the notes. So don't worry about the notes thing, guys. Uh, Let me just show you the notes. Whatever I have the notes, but guys, you can just focus on the recording part also, and you can just create these things, and you can let me know if you have any issues. So I will share the, guys, the cloud notes whatever I have. So I will share whatever notes I have. I will definitely guys share you the notes. So in this, guys, in this note, there's so many, things. Let me just show you. Let's suppose I want to go to create a storage account. I go to the home page, click on storage account, click on, if I want to generate a token, then I have to go to this. This I will show you in the access key, where is the, token kept, and then, guys, how to upload a file in ADLS. So this is, if we create a storage account, how to, upload a file, and then all this, notes are there, guys, but don't worry about, guys, the notes. Every notes I will be providing. So notes we have, and you can just first thing is that you go to this portal.azure.com. Okay, go to this portal.azure.com, and then, guys, what you do is that you just create your free account. Okay, and in that you have to give guys rupees 2. Okay, so you have to give your guys card, card, it can be a a debit card, or a credit card, and anything you can give you, because you will not be charged unless and until you go as pay as you go. Rupees, 2 rupees will be only deducted. Okay, so give 2 rupees, believe me, and no extra charge will be charged. Okay, so only 2 rupees will be taken. Okay, and then, guys, you take the free subscription. Okay, free subscription you have to take, and then, guys, you can start accessing the services for 1 month. 1 month is the free subscription. After that, guys, the problem starts is that you have to go for the pay as you go. But don't think about for the paid thing. Let us go for the free thing. You have to give your Gmail and everything. So if anyone has the anyone can if anyone can share your screen, you can just create a account. You can just write here Azure free account, or trial account, something you can write here. You can just go to this free account, And you hear this, guys, there's something called as try Azure for free. And this is, guys, pay as you go. So you don't have to click on pay as you go because it will be a paid version. You go for the free version, guys. Okay. And here you have to, sign up for the free version. Okay. So you can just, wait for the sign up. So I already have, guys, I'm already, login. So I'm not getting that particular page where you will get a sign up page. And then, guys, you'll give your details there, give your card details, and then you will be logged to this particular, application by giving your, mail ID and number and everything. This particular page will open, and from here, guys, again, I will, teach you, guys, cloud, where you can go. And first of all, guys, these things, guys, let me just, take again, one more lecture. Then I'll tell you how to create a resource group and how to create a, a storage account. And then, guys, you can create a storage account, and you can create, let's suppose I want to, keep a file in this storage account. So I'll go to the storage account, I'll go to the container, and I go to this particular, container. And if I want to upload a file, so I can just, go to a particular, folder, and just, guys, you can click on this upload, and then, guys, you can browse it from your local system, whatever files you want as a source. You can just, take it from here. And then, guys, this your source files will be uploaded in this particular, container. Then browse files from here, and then, guys, you can take your file and you can, push it here. This is, guys, Azure storage account creation. So my expectation for you guys is that just at least, create a free account, okay, by giving your debit card and credit card. No extra money will be charged. You can believe on me unless and until you go pay as you go. And just create a free account, guys, by tomorrow. And let me know if you have any issues. We will create in the class only. But be ready with your, someone with your debit card or credit card. Okay. And then we will create a free account, and then we will, guys, tell you to create this, storage account and container and all these things, ADF and all those things. I will, tell you guys, step by step. So this is, guys, did you got some understanding? What is this data engineer doing? And what is this test engineer doing? Do you got some understanding, guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Did you got some understanding, guys? Step by step, I will give you the notes and step, everything we will, discuss in the class. If anyone, faces any issue, and you can go to my recording, guys, 2 time, 3 time, and see the steps, and, you can do that. So don't worry about the steps. Every steps I will be, giving you. But did you understood, guys, what are the things let's suppose if someone tells you you have done cloud-based, ETL testing. So what is the first thing you have to do? What are the services you will tell you have worked? First service is what? ADF. What is ADF? Can someone tell me? Azure.
Azure Data Factory.
Azure Data
So
Factory.
Azure Data Factory. So you have worked in Azure Data Factory. So now, as I, as an interviewer, let's suppose I ask you what you did in Azure Data Factory, what you will tell as a test engineer, what you have done? Yeah, Kirti, let's suppose I am taking your interview and I'm telling you have worked in Azure Data Factory, what you did as a test engineer, what will be your answer?
First, we will check in the cloud database factory. We have that pipeline as named whatever it is there. Then based on that, the data which is imported from source to target, we will do the complete validation like count of the record, schema
No, no,
validation,
but my
negative
question is
testing.
different, Kirti. Yeah, yeah. My question is what you did in Azure Data Factory. That validation you have done in Azure Databricks. See, all the services are different. My question is now what you did in Azure Data Factory. So what you have to tell? We have run the pipeline.
Run
Yes
the
or no?
pipelines. Yes.
As a test engineer, what you will tell? We have run the
Run the
pipeline.
pipelines.
And then what we did is that we check the status where in which section? In which section we have checked the status? Can you tell me?
Monitor.
In the monitor section. Yes or no? Did you understand what a test engineer does? And in case it is the failure, we can see the logs. Yes or no, guys? If it is a failure, we can check the logs and we can try to, understand the logs, and we can, analyze why it is a failure. Because I have, I have knowledge of development also. So I can, check what is the source system he has taken, what is the target system he has taken. Is he taken the correct data source? Has he taken the correct, linked services? So based on that, I do something called as RCA. What is RCA? Anyone has heard
Root
about
cause
this?
analysis.
Root cause analysis. Yes, so guys, nowadays, they are, asking this question, this kind of questions, how you do it. Let's suppose, you run the pipeline and you check the status and it is failed. Now what you do? What will you answer? Let's suppose my, any workflow is, guys, fail. So now what you do? So that is what is the question, nowadays, this questions will be asked. Let's suppose, this is I go to monitor section and let me just see, if let's suppose this is fail. So now what you do as a, as a test engineer. So what you will tell, I will go to this, error log. I will try to, analyze this error log. So let's suppose, operation target copy one, error code, user error file not found. And then I will try to, analyze this error code, and then I will get some understanding. If I get some understanding, it's fine. And then, guys, if I don't get any understanding based on the error log, then what I will do, see here, there's something called as, guys, some path is, path not found. This path I have given is as wrong. So this is, guys, this is a particular, with the error code also, guys, maximum time we will, come to know why my, pipeline has failed. Here it is telling, error code, path not found. Yes or no, guys? That means what? You have given a wrong path. Yes or no, guys? So the source path which, the developer has developed, he has given a wrong path. So we can, suggest the developer, you please even check your path, or you can correct your path. This is the first way, by, checking the, error logs, and we can, tell to the developer. This is first way. But as a, we know, we as a, I have told you guys, both, source, testing as well as development. So here, I can go, let's suppose here there's no code. Let's suppose here I can go to the particular pipeline. As I know the development also, I can go to the see the data set. What is the data set he has selected? Is it correct or not? And whatever the, the paths he has given for the source and the target, is it correct or not? So those kind of, root cause analysis I was doing as a, test engineer. So this will be your, guys, part of your roles and responsibilities with respect to ATF. If you explain this way, guys, definitely it will make an impact, because, testing also, development also, and you are not only running the pipeline and seeing the status, but you are also providing the suggestions to the developer in case there is a failure, how you have analyzed the log, and what is the, root cause analysis. Can you give an example? You told that, yes, the example is I saw the, the path set by the developer for the, source file was wrong, and that is why we were getting the error, or the file name was wrong, and then we suggested to the developer based on the error logs. He changed the path and it was running successful. This is one of the example for the, path correction. So this is, the root connection, or, this is the root cause analysis once I did in my project. And then, guys, also I know the development part. So I check, entire the data set, the linked services, everything I check. And then based on that also I do the sometimes the root cause analysis. So this is only part of Azure Data Factory. For Azure Data Factory, you're running the pipeline, checking the status, and if it is successful, it's great. But in case failure, I have told you all the things which you have to explain. Did you guys understood, guys, what is Azure Data Factory? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now this is, guys, Azure Data Factory. Now there's something called as Azure Data Bricks. Have you heard about these things? Yes. So Azure Data Bricks is the main thing where we are writing what, guys? The codes for, for the validation of source and the target. Okay. The course core validation of the source and target. So from, data bricks, guys, what we can do? We can, we can, read the file which are kept where? Which are kept in the storage account, which are kept in the storage account. Yes or no, guys? So what we are doing here, we can, read the, files kept in the storage account. And then, guys, we are, first of all, setting up the, configurations here. And then we are setting up the, paths for the, for the storage account. And then we created, guys, something called as, created a data frame for, for source and target. And then we, guys, validated the data between source and target. Don't worry about, guys, the validation. I'll give you more than 30 40 validations. I will tell you. So don't worry about the validation. Validate the data between what, guys? Between what, guys? Source and target. So this is what, guys. This is one part of the validation what we are doing in the Databricks. Now, this is this part you have to explain as a part of Databricks and then as a part of ADF. Now the next thing is, guys, what? Something called as Azure Data Storage. So what do you know in Azure Data storage, or guys, Azure Gen 2. Azure Gen 2, or some people call it as blob storage. So all are guys same only, but the only difference between blob storage and the Gen 2 is that blob will not have any subfolders. It will not have any hierarchy. No hierarchy is maintained. Okay. um while no hierarchy is maintained, or it does not have any hierarchy. Simple, it does not have any hierarchy. Okay, this is guys, in the case of blob. And for Gen 2 guys, it will have the hierarchy. It can have the subfolders. It can have the subfolders. Okay, so the source files were kept in this data storage, and we were taking the files from the source, and then we were guys, for us, we were having the source in the Azure data storage, or target was also the this storage account only. Or if you want to put the target any other, that also we can select. We can have a target called as guys, we can take the target called as Snowflake, or we can take a target called as cloud based SQL server. I will show you, guys, this kind of targets also. Let's suppose the target is SQL server, but this is not the SQL server which is installed in our local machine. This is guys, cloud based SQL server. And then you will tell guys, the validation part. Are you understanding, guys? Is it, impactful, and it will be, really, good for your, for your explanation when you explain the cloud-based, platforms like this in this depth. Again, guys, I will go into much more, deeper depth. So we'll go, guys, one by one. So let me just, guys, stop the class here, okay? And then we'll go, guys, we'll continue from here, and then we will, proceed further.
Oh, one question.
Yeah, tell me.